Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Robert Report Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, AEW Double or Nothing preview. This card, it's got so much on it. I know they want people to get their money worth. I know it being counter-programmed by NXT. Watch my NXT video, you'll see my description of all that in the beginning. I'm not going to get into it again. I think AEW decided to overdo themselves here. We have an unsanctioned match with a special enforcer. We have a 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal. We have a ladder match. We have another special referee in the World Title match. We have a Fatal 4-Way for the World Title. We have an Anarchy in the Arena match. 9 matches, huge stipulations on some, huge stuff on these gimmicks and whatnot. I just think there's so much that I think we're going to blow the crowd up. And this card's going to be like 4 or 5 hours long. And so it's just like, it's almost too much. There's a couple of matches that could have been trimmed. The AEW TBS title match could have been trimmed. The 6-man tag with Ethan Page and the Guns, that could have been trimmed. That gets us to 7. I mean, yeah, I guess everything else is needed, I guess. But let's run down this massive card. First match, unsanctioned match, special enforcer Sabu, Chris Jericho, and Adam Cole. Adam Cole challenged Jericho for this match, unsanctioned. They had the contract signing. Jericho Appreciation Society was out there. Cole was out there with Roderick Strong. Cole said that he had backup and brought out Sabu. As an enforcer, I'm fine with it. Just don't get in a fucking match, please. We do not need Sabu in the ring in 2023. Please, dear God, no. I actually think this match is going to be just nuts. First meeting ever against these two guys. I got Adam Cole winning. Next up, we have Ethan Page and Austin Colten Gunn in 6-man tag versus Hook, Matt, and Jeff Hardy. If Hardy wins, he gets Page's contract rights. So he gets to control Page like Page controlled Matt. So, there's no reason for Jeff Hardy to return and not win this. So I got Hardy's and the Hook winning this. And we got the AEW TBS title line champion Jade Cargill versus Valkyrie. Jade Cargill is 16-0. She is 25-0 as TBS champion. Honestly, my opinion, Valkyrie, she should have already won this title if she was going to beat her. You don't lose to somebody and then come back and beat her. Yeah, this is Taya's first match in Canada. She's from Canada with AEW. No, you need somebody to come in. If you're going to beat this streak, you need somebody to come in who's never wrestled for AEW before, who is a champion around the world, who could come in, boom, boom, win the match. And that only person that can be is Mercedes Moné. But she's hurt right now. In NJPW Resurgence, from what I understand, she lost that women's title match to Willow Nightingale because she was hurt. I think Jade holds this until either she's 99-0 or 100-0, and then you bring Mercedes Moné in and she wins the title from her. I think that's the only way you can do it, because they're kind of treating Cargill like they did, like Goldberg got treated back in WCW days. So I got Jade Cargill winning this. Now next up we have the AEW Women's Title line. We have champion Jamie Hayter going against Toni Storm. This has actually been a real fun feud. You have the Outcasts, people that Toni Storm, Ruby Soho, Saray, all these former WWE women who are coming in AEW from the homegrown talent of Jamie Hayter, Dr. Britt Baker, but technically they're not homegrown. They are, but they're not. They were already built before they came to AEW, but AEW helped build them bigger. The fact that Storm's already won the title once, if she wins, she'd be the first ever 2-time women's champion. Honestly, there's no reason to take this title off of Jamie Hayter right now, to be honest with you. I say Jamie Hayter retains, and we move on with that. Next up, we have the AEW International title. The 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal. Orange Cassidy will take on all comers. They said, how about a Battle Royal? Sure, why not? We already know QT Marshall, Aaron Solo, and Powerhouse Hobbs will be in it, and Ricky Starks will be in it. We don't know anyone else. I've been racking my brain trying to figure out, is there somebody out there that is big enough that would make a big enough splash that could come in, win one of these mystery guys, and win this match. Will Ospreay, I know when we do All In on Wembley Stadium, there is a rumor Will Ospreay be on that card. Do you bring in Will now and build up something with him in the international title? Possible. If there's any surprise, if Orange Cassidy does not retain this, I would think Will Ospreay, maybe at Trent 7. Trying to think if there's anybody else that would be big enough for that All-In show that would be like, oh my God, they're at AEW. Top of my head, I can't think of any. If there's anybody out there that's like, oh my God. But we'll see. I think Orange Cassidy retained unless it's a Will Ospreay. And y'all know if you follow my channel, you know the huge Will Ospreay mark. Next up is the AEW TNT Championship on the line in the ladder match. Champion Wardlow and Christian Cage. Wardlow is one of three-time TNT champions. Wardlow is currently at his title for 36 days. Cody Rhodes, his third reign was 32 days. Sammy Guevara's third reign was 12 days. I think Christian Cage, ladder match, we all know the history there. Duh. With Luchasaurus by his side, we know Jack Perry's not coming out because he's got that world title fatal 4-way. So, unless Wardlow's got somebody else, I think Christian Cage and Luchasaurus team up together, and Christian Cage wins this ladder match and becomes TNT champion, and then just either loses to Luchasaurus or hands it to Luchasaurus kind of deal. But Christian Cage beats Wardlow in the ladder match. Next up, we have the AEW World Tag Titles on the line with special referee Mark Briscoe. We know because Jay Lethal went to Mark Briscoe and said, hey, since we've been friends for so long, why don't you team up with me? Not realizing, Mark didn't realize Jay met with him and Jeff Jarrett, Satnam Singh and Sanjay Dutt, and FTR and the Briscoes have had some wars, hella great wars, two of the greatest tag teams in the history of professional wrestling. And so FTR, putting their titles on the line, got Mark Briscoe as a special referee. There's no reason for Jeff Jarrett to win this. Jeff Jarrett was a tag team champion with Owen Hart in January of '99. I don't want to see Jeff Jarrett as champion in AEW. I'm sorry, I just don't. He burnt the bridge, lit the bridge on fire with WWE, so he went to WCW. When WWE bought WCW, he couldn't go back. So him and his dad started Impact TNA. And then Dixie came and got involved, and then he burnt the bridge there, went started his own company, Global Force Wrestling, somehow repaired some of that burnt bridge, came back, and then literally just blew the bridge up again, and his company, Global Force Wrestling, I don't know whatever happened to it. And then he went to Mexico for a while. He's been doing some stuff on the Indies. He's been in GCW for a cup of coffee, and then he showed up in AEW. Jeff has a history of blowing up places he's been and the bridge he takes to get there. And I don't think there's no point in putting the title on him. I think FTR should retain here and move on with it. FTR, Lucha, title versus title, ladder match, all in. Let's make it happen. Ring of Honor titles, AEW titles, let's make it happen. Come on now. But I got FTR retaining the titles here. Then we have the Fatal 4-Way, the four pillars, AEW World Heavyweight Title, Champion MJF, Sammy Guevara versus Jack Perry versus Darby Allin. MJF in 187 days as champion. The last champion that won the title full gear, which MJF did, lost the title at Double Nothing, which was Paige. I don't think right now there's any reason for MJF to lose this title. Here's my thoughts on that. We have another show coming, AEW Collision. We're debuting in Chicago. I wonder what's going to happen with AEW Collision in Chicago. What happens at the United Center for AEW in Chicago? I'll have to get back to you on that one. There's talk of a brand split, too, with that AEW Collision. So that could be interesting to see if they do a brand split, maybe have Punk on that. And then MJF leading this, but I don't think you take right now. I don't think Sammy Guevara, Jack Perry, or Darby Allin are built up enough to be world champion. Would I be upset if any of the three won? No, they're the 4 pillars. This company is built around those 3, and you keep building around this 4-way. I think this is something that you can build this 4-way for years to come. I know there's talk of MJF, the bidding war of 24. But I honestly, if I'm MJF, go look at your buddy Cody, what they're doing to Cody right now. Why would you want to go there? Would MJF get the same treatment? Who knows? But I wouldn't take a chance if I'm MJF, but that's just me. I got MJF retaining here. It's going to be a damn good match, though. They're MJF retaining. Then we have Anarchy in the Arena, the Elite, the return of Adam Page, Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, the Bucks of Young, versus the Blackpool Combat Club, Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, Jon Moxley, and Wheeler Yuta. This is going to be just freaking-sane. Because Page returned from injury, and because the Blackpool Combat Club took down Callis from Kenny Omega, they took Adam Page's eye, they've taken out the Young Bucks. I think the Elite get through this match, they win this match, the Elite celebrate. Honestly, I could see Page and Omega teaming up again as the tag titles. Possible. Maybe you do that in some ladder match for the tag titles at All In. You do an FTR, you do a Lucha Bros, you do the Elite, you do the Young Bucks. Maybe. But I got the Elite winning the Anarchy in the Arena match. I think overall this card is going to be long. It's going to be good. It's got a lot to it, a lot of intertwined things that could happen. But I think it's going to be overall a great show. NXT as well is going to be a good show. Night of Champions will be a so-so show. Impact Wrestling, Under Siege will be an okay show. GCW Lifestyle will be a pretty good show. GCW versus FSW 2 will be a good show. That's all happening Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, if you're a racing fan, you got the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race on Friday. You got the Xfinity race on Saturday. You have the Coca-Cola 600 on Sunday night. Sunday during the day, you got the Indianapolis 500. And Sunday morning, you got the Grand Prix of Monaco F1 race. Yeah. I don't have enough TVs for Sunday. Battleground, Double or Nothing, and Coca-Cola 600 all at the same time. Yeah. Reviews sometime over the weekend for everything. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. That is your preview of AEW Double or Nothing. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Until just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leading sports channel content.